Hello everyone! Today I want to show you how to measure how much fabric you need to make an item. I'll try to explain what to do in order not to buy too much or too little fabric. Let's start with a simple straight dress. It is said that you need just one length of fabric to make a straight dress. That's mostly true. Measure the item from the shoulder to the bottom. If the fabric is 140 cm wide, but your bust or hips are 135 cm wide, you need two lengths of fabric. So basically, you need to buy two lengths of fabric for the big sizes and one for small. If you buy just one length of fabric, do not forget to measure sleeves, overcasts, welts, and so on. You need about 15 cm for overcasts and welts. If you buy two lengths of fabric, there will be enough for sleeves and overcasts. The technique is the same for a straight dress of any length. Let's talk about cut at the waistline dresses. To buy fabric for size dress, measure your body from the shoulder to the waist. 50 cm for example. That means that you need 55 cm to have enough for the seams. Next, measure from the waistline to the bottom. 60 cm for example. If you, for example, want to make folds here on the waistline, you need two lengths of fabric for a skirt. Let's sum up. One length for bodice and two lengths for a skirt. 55 cm plus 130 cm. The thing is that you might use not the whole piece for a skirt. So you'll have enough for sleeves or waistband. When I say that you need two lengths of fabric, which is 140 cm wide, it doesn't mean that you need to make a skirt 280 cm wide. If you want to make a cut at waistline quarter circle dress, you'll need two lengths of fabric for a skirt. For a circle dress, 4 lengths of fabric. Now I'll tell you about other types of the items. If you want to make a blouse, measure yourself from the shoulder to the waist, or where you want a blouse to stop, and add 10 or 15 cm for an overcast and welt, and so on. Do not forget to measure the sleeves and add some for them, 60 cm for example. Basically, to make a blouse you need one length of an item, 10 or 15 cm for overcasts and welts, and one length of the sleeves. If you want to make an item of complicated design, with layered, draping or asymmetry for example, make a full-size pattern. No one can tell you how much fabric to buy. Very often, our customers come to our fashion house and ask to make blouses with bows. But they don't buy enough fabric for a bow. They buy one length of the item and one length of the sleeves, and that's it. If you want a bow, measure it first and buy fabric for it too. Frills and ruffles are also very popular now. To make a small simple frill on a neckline, you'll need about 20 cm. To measure how much fabric you need for big circle frills, you need to make them of a cheap model in fabric. You may need 50 or even 70 cm for them. Let's talk about jackets. A lot of people say that to make a jacket you need one length of the item and the length of the sleeves. You can sew a jacket this way, but the facing will be made of small separate pieces. The best thing to do is to buy two lengths of the item for a jacket. You'll have enough for the sleeves, collar, facing, and so on. If you don't want to buy any extra fabric, you can measure all the details, calculate the lengths, and buy a precise amount of fabric. Remember I showed you how to make a tunic dress with long sleeves? I know that some people said I waste too much fabric. If you don't want to waste fabric, don't choose such design. What about coats? For coats, you should buy a bit more than needed. You need at least two lengths of the item, one length of the sleeves, and some for overcasts, welts, collar, and so on. Remember that fabrics for coats should be cut in one direction. You can turn them in order to save some. Cut all the details in one direction. We usually buy 2 meters of fabric for a coat. If you want to make a cut on the waistline coat with that skirt, you'll need even 3 meters of fabric. The length of fabric for the pants depends on your size. One length for small sizes, 1.5 for medium, and 2 for big sizes. Of course, you can make a mistake first time. Remember that practice makes perfect. This is true not only for sewing itself. For a straight skirt, you'll need one length of fabric and some for a waistband and an overcast. For a half circle skirt, you'll need the 2 lengths. For a circle skirt, 4 lengths. For a pleated skirt, 2 lengths. Of course, you don't need to buy any extra fabric for a small regular collar. But if you want to make a big, unusual one, you need to measure it first and buy some fabric for it. Have a look at my dress. Imagine it was cut here and there was a frill at the bottom. I would need one length of the item for the dress itself and 2 lengths for the frill. The technique is absolutely the same for a skirt. Always buy not less than 2 lengths of fabric for a frill. That's all for today. I hope you've heard something new and useful. The best thing to do is to measure everything yourself. Do not listen to the shop assistants or even me. Everyone is unique, so I'm not able to say for sure how much fabric you need for an item. My name is Paukštė Irina. Subscribe to my channel. Goodbye.